Good morning, guys. I just had my breakfast. I didn't even have the chance to put the dish away. I'm just gonna set it on the floor. I was really inspired this morning. I woke up. My ritual, usually I like to light a candle in the morning when I wake up, first thing, if I have some on hand. Do you guys want to see the candle? Okay, let me move my books. So this is the trick I did the other day when we had poetry night. I put the candle on a stack of books so that I have very limited space on my table. This is the beeswax candle that I was talking about. And I was thinking about, I posted earlier about candle magic, and it's kind of dark today, and the different colors that you can use. And interestingly, they did not have gold on there, because I do know gold candles are pretty common, especially around the holidays. And I guess it might have been some kind of like, oh, like don't put gold because obviously it's a money. But if you don't want to be that like direct about it with lighting like the candle of wealth, the sign of wealth, the gold colored candle, you could get like a beeswax candle, be like low key about it, because beeswax also is a sort of like golden color, and it is the product I think is a byproduct, correct me if I'm wrong. It's of honey making bees. And save the bees, y'all. I heard that they're doing okay, so I don't know if that's true or not. Somebody let me know. There's this cafe down the street called Bee Republic, and it's like a sort of vegetarian cafe. And they're all about saving the bees and stuff. So I want you guys to have this moment with me and see the candle. There we go. That works. I have even less space now. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to read any cards. I did pull out a couple of interesting decks. I know, like, the tarot card community can sympathize with me. Decks are addictive. There are just so many novel decks, so many interesting renditions, variations of the classical tarot. Hold on. I gotta tilt my laptop down to fish in the back. Okay, I got this. The mystical Lenormand, since we're in a Lenormand phase right now. So I just got this like case in the shelter. I don't know if somebody threw it away or something like that. Does anybody recognize this brand? The other one I had was an Anna Sui pouch. I like to have pouches for my cards. I have not yet been able to retain a pouch maker for tarot, because I would get rid of the boxes. I mean, the boxes are okay, but I kind of like having pouches. It's just more magical to me. So if someone knows like a good like velvet pouch maker, comment below. Does anybody know this brand? I don't know. ILD. Thought it was kind of off-putting before. Okay, well, it stands for interstitial lung disease, but I don't think that's what this is talking about. I just found this random pouch in the shelter, or probably on the sidewalk somewhere. I don't remember. It looked like some kind of like German thing because of the little dots on there, and it would like kind of turn me off, but who's gonna refuse a free pouch that I found on the sidewalk? So, and it was clean. I mean, it's a little faded, but this is where I'm holding my Mystical Lenormand deck. And I found this deck, which I thought it was a game, like a card game. I guess I was mistaken. It's actually just 52 leaf, 52 card set of playing cards, but it's got like all this information on it. It's called Doomed Queens, and it's like, it's just a card deck, like the traditional, like poker, whatever. I don't even know what do you call that, like a royal flush something. And it's just a deck of cards, but it has like all this like lore about like these queens that were killed because of their power. And like, for example, you have like Sybil of Jerusalem on there. She's the 10 of Hearts, and it tells you how she got killed. So this symbol right here is, you have to look it up. There's a key here that says what the cause of death was, and so died of illness. Okay, so I don't know if that one was murdered, but for example, this one has the assassinated or cause of death unknown, Olympias. She is a queen, mother of Alexander the Great. So she was killed by Alexander's successor, or something like that. The funny one is the poison. This lady was poisoned. Shu Pengjun. I don't know how to pronounce this. A Chinese empress. Was praised for her modest ways. However, happiness was not to be. Lady Xian wanted her daughter to replace Shu on the throne. When Shu was in labor, Xian bribed the empress's female physician to add wolfsbane to her medication. Wolfsbane, also known as aconite, causes asphyxiation. So this little symbol over here, the little I don't know what you call this chemical thing. It means poisoned. So basically, I thought it was a game because you have like this like key card on it, and there's 3 of them. So I thought it was like a game, but it's actually just playing cards. And I guess if you're playing like poker or something, 3 people are playing, or whatever, Go Fish or 21 or whatever game you're playing. You have a little fun side game where you can read the cards and see like the stories of these queens that were killed. This is the doomed queens. Sometimes it's not good to be queen. It says doomed queens. How they all get sabotaged in the end. I want to find Marie Antoinette. I'm sure she's in here. Josephine, the wife of Napoleon. They don't teach you this stuff in school. That's why I bought it. Nobody teaches you about the queens. You think that they were just sitting there, like, obeying everything that the king said? No. They were doing their own plots and schemes and stuff. Catherine Howard. Henry picked his 5th wife, Catherine Howard, from his consort's ladies-in-waiting. Catherine Howard was a pretty girl, newly arrived from the provinces, who had slept around. She was also cousin to Anne Boleyn, whose fate she would soon share. Catherine Howard was beheaded in 1542 for adultery. So that little logo on the top means beheaded. Oh, she's the Jack of Hearts. Okay, so maybe there's like some correspondence between the actual card and the story. Mary Stuart was the only daughter of King James of Scotland. King James V was the only daughter. Her reign was tumultuous from the start, so I guess she inherited the throne. Eventually she fled Scotland for England, hoping for sympathy from her cousin Elizabeth I. Instead, Elizabeth imprisoned Mary. Elizabeth wavered for 19 years before ordering Mary's beheading. Oh my God. Talk about insecure. Mary Stuart, death, year of death, 1587. Zenobia, the year 274, Ace of Spades. Queen Zenobia of Palmyra, is that in Syria? Turkey? Led her people into battle rather than suffer Roman dominance. Zenobia's vision for her empire did not include their rule. Palmyra was captured, but Zenobia decided that if you can't beat them, join them. She married a Roman senator and spent her remaining years in luxury. Zenobia. So that little logo with the crown upside down means deposed, which I don't know what that means. Deposition. That's like a legal thing. Hold on. Deposed. Removed from office suddenly or forcefully. But depose also means testify or give evidence on oath, typically in a written statement. So what is a deposition? The act of deposing someone, especially a monarch. The process of giving sworn evidence. Those seem kind of like separate things. So like deposition, remove from a certain position. The process of giving sworn evidence. So depose. Deposit, deposition, deposit. I guess it makes sense. Very interesting word. So what does deposing mean? Deposing, not disposing, deposing, to remove from office, to testify. That's a little bit interesting. So it's some kind of like mutable energy, I suppose. Depose. So this is the sometimes it's not good to be queen, doomed queens, royal playing cards. Where's my camera? I had the peppermint mocha coffee creamer today with the Chamberlain coffee, which is already flavored vanilla, and the coffee is actually very good. The flavoring, I mean, I don't know if it's really, is it natural vanilla? I guess it tastes, I'm not big on flavored coffee. Maybe I haven't found the right company yet that makes it, but. So this is like a whole encyclopedia of information about, and they're really succinct, they're very quick, like they're just, oh, Diana's in here? Oh shit. Diana Spencer, 1997. And I think this is funny because the graphics key, so you have like died of illness, beheaded, imprisoned, poisoned, sent to religious orders, stabbed, deposed, and then there's one with a motorcycle that says death by paparazzi. And I think the only one on here that is Diana. So that's hilarious because these are all like historical figures, but Diana's in there. Holy moly. Let me drink my coffee. Let me tell you what it says. The marriage, she's the ace of diamonds in this deck. The marriage of Diana Spencer and Charles, Prince of Wales, was doomed from the start. After the couple divorced, Diana's popularity ballooned to new heights. Did they actually get divorced? I forgot that part. Where did she go after they got divorced? Making her an honorary Queen of Hearts. She wisely used her celebrity to do good works. Diana was killed in a car accident while being pursued by paparazzi. I'm going to link my video about my opinion about the Diana murder because I have been saying this for a long time and nobody else is talking about it. Diana, Princess Di, Lady Di, was murdered in an honor killing by her own family, an MI6. I already talked about this many times. Okay. So this is not super spiritual. It's kind of more like strategic or whatever. So it's Sag season. Let's put this Scorpio business behind us. But maybe we'll talk a little bit more about this like later. I love the lore of histories and important famous women and stuff and like scandals and stuff. So it is 10:37 a.m. in Brooklyn, New York. We have a new mayor. He's just been christened by the president. And your girl is ready to read some Lenormand because you know it's France up in here in Brooklyn. So I read on the Moon app that the third moon day after the new moon is Pyrite. So let's give Pyrite a moment of glory. Pyrite, she's a real princess. She's a real bitch. She's a real queen. She's not playing. She's the real thing. I mean, it's got that interesting because it's supposed false gold, and it gives you that sort of like mystical sort of hallucination that it's not real, but it's like very heavy. I believe it's heavier than gold, so it's got this sort of counterintuitive message of like real but false. I think that's good advice. Don't show like your true face all the time, but be real. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a situation of struggle or power struggle, I think a lot of people think it's the right thing to do is to like show face and like preserve the soul or the body and like try to like come at somebody with their head face first and like, oh, you know, I like, don't you see I'm showing you my true color, my true self. And they think that that's like, and it's a vulnerable, you know, your face is very delicate. And if I mean it is something like to show that you're willing to put your face on the line. But I don't think that's the good. I don't think that's the strong strategy. I don't think that's the strong move. The strong move is to conceal the face if you're able to. And to show the form, to show the body. Like, it's the ones that don't have their shit together that come forward with their face and they're all messed up down here. You gotta hold back a little bit with the identity and show your actions, show your moves. You know how the dancers always go out first before the singer comes on? That's what you gotta do. Okay. All the world is a stage, and everyone plays their part. Okay. That's Madonna, by the way. Take a bow. The show is over, the night is over. Your is getting older. Lights are low. the curtains down, there's no one here. Okay, so the first card we got, did I shuffle? I just kind of like shook it up a little bit. I got the letter, the first card. So, as you know by now, if you've been following my page, you're supposed to read these in combinations, pairs. Traditionally, a pair of cards, 2 cards. But I sometimes combine 3. I don't do that very much. I think that's kind of the threshold I'm crossing now. So I don't know, like, I've read them in sequences. It's hard enough to read them in combination pairs, but like if you do a full spread, you kind of have to consider everything sometimes. So basically, I'm being told like I can read cards like trios of Lenormands, so that's not non-traditional, but we're gonna see what happens. I am a psychic, I am a medium, and I do deliver messages from spirit, from the soul world, and from beyond, and other dimensions, and other universes, and other planes. So, this is the first card. It's a bird, but it's the letter. This is the first card of the deck. Third house Gemini energies, number 27, so Taurus, Libra. So this is an important message. Someone has written in haste and concerning the love of his life. Yes. And this is not a love letter, but it is an urgent message. It is a matter of import, and this bird has been entrusted with delivering the letter, and the guy is like already gone back to the work field or whatever, and the message is delivering, and this man is, in his mind, he is finally expressing his line of thought. He is treating this lady with the utmost care and respect, and he is writing letters to her, and I'm getting like sort of sub rosa sort of private communication. Let's get one more card. This deck is interesting because it's mystical Lenormand. Like the illustration, the images are very like a different world vibe, but they're very visceral at the same time. So the pictures depict like a sort of old world. So I just turned the deck upside down and I looked at the bottom of the deck, and it's the main woman. The main woman in the Lenormand refers to a specific person. I don't know if I'm supposed to show you guys this picture. It is very powerful. The woman is seated in a window and she has a pig, and she's wearing pearls on her left wrist, and she has a feather on her head, and I'm being told not to show the picture right now, but the main woman is a card in a Lenormand, which refers to the main woman in the situation. She has a pig in her hand. I have not used this deck in a long time, but she does have a pig. I guess if you wanted to search this deck online and see the image, that's up to you, but I'm not going to show you the picture. It's number 29, card number 29. Okay, we got our second card. I don't know if we have more to read or not. Okay. So we got the clouds, number 6, Neptune, and it's a really pretty card. It's a monkey holding a fruit of some kind. I believe it's an orange with a red parrot on his head. And in the clouds, there's a sort of light blue, turquoise, sort of crystalline colored dragon blowing black smoke out of his mouth, and he's a cloud dragon. Looks like a Chinese dragon. But it's the clouds. The clouds is like sort of unsure, foggy atmosphere. I want you to see the dragon. He's very elegant, and the monkey is there, sort of watching, and the parrot is kind of squawking at the dragon. So the clouds is representative of sort of unsure situations, foggy beliefs, foggy methods, foggy. I'm getting resorting to dark methods. The monkey mind. Isn't the monkey mind sort of like subhuman, sort of like monkey mind is like when you've turned off your humanity? What is the monkey mind? And you're just like grinding or whatever. Monkey mind, restless. It's a Buddhist concept describing a restless, unsettled state of mind where thoughts are scattered and jump around erratically, much like a monkey swinging from branch to branch. This state makes it difficult to focus, often leading to distraction, anxiety, and difficulty being present. That's true, but I got a different message. I also heard monkey mind. Yes, it means like when your mind is all over the place, but and when you go to yoga they tell you like to turn off your monkey mind. But I'm also getting like monkey mind in the sense that like monkeys are ruthless fighters, violent. Have you ever seen monkeys? When I lived in Japan, monkeys would attack my friend's property, and they had like these, I think they were yuzu fruits or something, or maybe they were peaches, I can't remember. Some kind of fruit, or apricots. And the monkeys would come in like waves and attack the trees and try to eat all the fruit. And they're very dangerous. They're very scary in Japan. Like monkey attacks, they happen, and they're very scary. So monkey mind is a whole thing in Buddhism. Capriciousness. Oh, it's a huge thing. I want to post this on my threads. By the way, I'm moving a lot of my spiritual meditations and reflections and thoughts onto my Starheart spiritual threads, and hopefully you guys are following me there, because my Celestine threads is my personal, so it's more like personal stuff, Rex and stuff. So the Starheart Spiritual Threads is just threads.com at Starheart Spiritual. It's gonna be more like my business, my work stuff, so follow me there if you wanna like mainline my spiritual advice and thoughts and stuff like that, messages. So somebody just followed me. Okay. I have a couple followers so far, so that's good. So I'm also getting, yes, monkey mind is a big deal in Chinese philosophy. Monkey see, monkey do. So it's also kind of like a weak, so monkeys just copy you. They don't really have their own creative or intelligence or anything like that. They're just sort of superficial and they imitate. But yeah, you can read the article. There's a whole like a whole story about the monkey. But I feel like monkeys also have this more dangerous symbolism. Maybe because their minds are so problematic and useless. Are monkeys violent? I mean, I think they are cannibalistic, aren't they? Most monkeys are not violent. Aggression is rare and depends heavily on species, individual temperament, and however, some species are more aggressive and attacks can occur, especially if monkeys are habituated to humans threatened or defending territory. Well, okay, so if they're getting used to humans, they might fight? I don't know. Or they might be fighting monkeys that are more friendly with humans. I mean, I definitely do not want to fight with a monkey. It says avoid direct eye contact, as they can perceive it as a hostile gesture. Never feed them. Feeding wild monkeys can lead to dependency and future aggression. I don't know, but they are known to attack people. They bare their teeth and they're very scary, and yeah. If they're not trained, they can be very scary. Why chimps kill? What makes chimps so dangerous? I got a little Amazon ad. Hold on. I'm still reading this card, but I'm just like fascinated by dangerous monkeys right now. Here we go. There is an animal like us, and we never imagined. Chimpanzees are predators. Yeah, they're predators. yeah, basically chimpanzees, they're aggressive, they fight, they eat meat, they're not friendly. Chimpanzees. I'm not going to post this because it's kind of a little intense, a little bit graphic, so hopefully you guys watch the video and get this message. Let's get back to the cards. Where's my camera? Okay, let me finish my coffee. Okay. So this is my little cotton. It's not white. It's actually like a cream vanilla color. Okay. So let's read these together. The letter and I was going to say the monkey, the clouds. The letter and the clouds. So I'm getting the letter is going in a different direction. Okay, so the dragon is blowing smoke at the bird's back. The dragon is, I'm not getting that he's like hurting the bird though, like he's in the clouds. The bird is getting Earth Angel, like a spiritual being in real life, and the dragon here is kind of just like a mythical character that we can aspire to, but what's the phrase about dragons? How to Train Your Dragon. That was like a movie or something. But there's like a band or something called like Believing Dragons or something. Hold on. Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons. What happened to them? Basically, dragons don't actually exist. So okay, so I just posted the song, but that was a really popular song a while back. So I'm getting that, like, yes, dragons in the King Arthur tales or whatever, the old stories, the knight slays the dragon. So, basically the dragon can be a little bit tyrannical and like above all, like, so I'm also getting like the dragon representing like pre like animalic religions, like prior to Abrahamic religions or prior to Christ sort of beliefs. And I'm getting like unholy, unholy, not sanctified, impure in some way. So, the dragon is, yeah, he's kind of blowing out smoke. And, the clouds here. The bird here is a white bird. It's probably some kind of dove. And, carrier pigeons. Aren't pigeons and dove the same species? Hold on. Are doves pigeons? Oh, the same scientific bird family, Columbidae. The difference is that the term pigeon typically refers to the larger members of the family, while dove is used for the smaller species, but this is a linguistic and cultural distinction, not a scientific one. For example, the common city pigeon is scientifically known as the rock dove. Key distinctions. Pigeons are generally larger, while doves, I knew this already, doves are typically smaller and more slender. Tail shape. Doves often have more fanned out tails, that's true, while pigeons tend to have straighter ones. There's no true ornithological, which means bird study, bird science separation between them. So they are the same. It's just one is a little bit bigger and the feathers are different. Pigeon comes from French and dove from the Germanic languages. In some regions, like North America, the terms are used more interchangeably, or pigeon is used for larger and dove for the smaller. Interesting. I'm really into birds, so my dad, this is kind of embarrassing, but I don't think I've ever talked about this before, but my dad used to have used to collect birds for some reason. My house was really another world. It was like, I kind of like the smell of birds. Their poop doesn't really smell that bad, but, it's not like dog poop. Dog poop is nasty. Ugh. My dad used to have tons of pigeons. Like, I don't know where he got them from. He used to buy pigeons and they would breed, and he had like entire houses for them. And he would just hang out outside all day, like feeding them seeds. And I don't know, he was like those weird ladies in Home Alone in the park, like the pigeon ladies in the park. He was a pigeon man, and he used to have. I think we had a couple of doves at one point, but we probably had 100 some pigeons. Yeah, and I thought they were kind of cool, but like here in New York, they're considered like pests, invasive, and like basically flying cockroaches is what they call them. I actually don't think they're that dirty. people eat pigeon in some parts of the world. I don't know why. Oh no, the people in New York call them flying rats. I don't know why. Why do New Yorkers call pigeons flying rats? Rats with wings, because they are seen as a nuisance, like rats, due to their ability to thrive in urban environments, their tendency to scavenge for food, and their messy droppings. The phrase was popularized in the 1960s by city officials, though the exact origin is often misattributed to Woody Allen. Nuisance and mess. Like rats, pigeons are viewed as dirty and are a public nuisance, often found on sidewalks and buildings where their droppings can cause damage and are difficult to clean. Scavenging behavior. They pick at scraps in the street and trash, similar to how rats behave, leading to the association. Urban adaptation. Okay, there's an association with disease outbreaks, though the link to disease was often exaggerated. Interesting. But I thought that like they were saying that they were like invasive or something. Are pigeons invasive? Feral pigeons, also called rock doves, are considered an invasive species in North America. They were introduced by European settlers in the 1600s and have since adapted to human environments. I mean, being an invasive species is not like it's not like they're cancerous or something. They're just from a different place. I mean, it gets messy when you're talking about like ocean stuff. That kind of grosses me out when you have like invasive species like the clams they were talking about. I was looking at the lakes upstate New York, and invasive species in lakes is really scary because lakes don't really move. So like when you have like these zebra mussels, that's what they've been talking about. The zebra mussels upstate in Lake Osable is a problem. Zebra mussels. They're like these clams in Osable Lake upstate. The zebra mussels, Osable River, they kill the native freshwater mussels and they attach to the natives and kill them. My Facebook is broken. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do about the zebra mussels. I can't. You should not eat them because they collect pollutants and toxins from the water. So they're really gross. I don't know what they're doing up there. They're disgusting. They're an invasive species. Government says they're edible, but not a choice edible. They're gross. They accumulate pollutants. So I don't know. Are there edible mussels in Lake Osable? Osable Lake is a really beautiful area upstate New York. I went camping this summer, and they had like the most beautiful scenery and edible mussels. Oh, it's illegal to collect living mussels in New York State without a permit, so it's like fishing, which you supposedly need a permit to fish. I didn't really know that. it is illegal to collect living freshwater mussels in New York State without a scientific collector's permit from the Department of Environmental Conservation. Many native species are considered endangered, threatened, or imperiled in the state, and collecting their dead shells is also a federal crime. Oh, I think I maybe grabbed a shell earlier this summer. Mussels in the Adirondack region, including those found in the Eau Sable watershed, may include invasive zebra and quagga mussels. Eating any freshwater mussels is generally discouraged for the several reasons: toxic accumulation, poor taste and texture, small size. So there's not even that much meat in them. So I don't know what we're going to do with the clam wars upstate New York. It's a big problem. Apparently you can cut your foot on the shells. I don't know. It's really scary. I don't know what to do. I wear water shoes when I go in the lake. I'm really scared of whatever's in there. It's not as scary as swimming in the ocean, but it is a little scary and slimy and stuff. So, yeah, the zebra mussels are a big problem. I don't know what we're gonna do. I've been thinking about it all year, actually, since I heard about it. So, anyways, I went to the Adirondacks this summer, and I literally can't get enough of it. I've been learning about upstate New York for years, and it's like, that's where George Washington, during the Revolutionary War, went across the Hudson River. And they were doing like all kinds of military stuff up there. There's like forts up there. I was in Lake George, and they have a freaking fort up there from the Revolutionary War. And literally it's the Hudson River over there. So if you're into Revolutionary War, you gotta look up Lake George, and you gotta look up the Adirondacks region and the Eau Sable River and all that stuff, upstate New York. Okay. So basically, this dragon, this fire-breathing dragon, is basically just encouraging this man to write to his love more, because he is tired of smoke being blown up and he just wants true love, and he doesn't want to imagine dragons. He wants real, true, felt love and passion, and yes. So he is basically tired of being scatterbrained by this basically manipulative and gregarious and oppressive in some ways, like dragon who is just curling and swirling around in the air, and kind of like a very unstable and very it's kind of in a defensive position right now, but it doesn't want to come down. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That's what I'm hearing. She don't want to be saved. She want to stay up there in the freaking cloud. So, my man is taking matters into his own hands, and he is putting pen to paper, and he is putting his thoughts into language, and he is sending out the troops, which is this little carrier pigeon dove. I think it's a dove, just looking at the tail. But this is like kind of an iconic pigeon. I mean, dove. Look at that wingspan. This is like the master pigeon. This is like the king pigeon. I mean, dove. This is not. What's a turtle dove? Is that different? I'm not getting turtle dove. I feel like turtle doves are the littler ones. Oh, turtle doves are different. Turtle doves are like colored. Like, oh no, they're threatened. The turtle dove is threatened. Oh, sorry you guys. I've been like talking about all these endangered species. Oh, they fly to Africa and then return to UK in spring. The turtle dove is a symbol of love. Oh. I just subscribed to RSPB, which is a bird conservation group. Oh, save the birds, you guys. You know, bird watching is a big thing in New York City. We have these big parks, but we don't have turtle doves. Okay, and the back of this deck is angels, by the way, if you didn't know. This is the mystical Lenormand. I think I said basically all that I needed to say. I'm going to look at the book really quick and see what it says. I have not used this deck in literally years since I've been in this apartment. It's like I have a whole new arcana. I have a whole new ability. So we got the letter first, which is 27. Letter. A letter, i.e. a message, is on its way and will get to you soon. You learn of news, possibly via a new communication methods such as email, fax, or text messages. Letter. We did have the lady. The main woman is called the lady in this deck, number 29, but she kind of just showed her face and receded to the background. So in the traditional Lenormand, it's called the main man and the main woman, but in the mystical Lenormand that I have right here, it's called the lady and the gentleman. This deck is very like Old England sort of coded. I don't know. You can sort of see. And the second card we got was the clouds. Number 6. The clouds card always points to an unclear, unfathomable situation. It is essential to look closely at the cards around it. The light side of the card brings an improvement, the dark side a deterioration of the situation. So yeah, that's the thing with the cloud cards. You have to look at where the clouds are. So, okay, so I guess I thought that that was smoke, but it is also a cloud. So basically, we had the letter and then the clouds like this. Basically, I'm being told to switch the order. Basically, also the letter is that is being delivered is yeah, when there's combinations, you can kind of switch them. So I'm also getting that this letter, this message, is a mixture of positive and negative news and feelings, and it's a little hazy, but basically this letter, maybe because this sender is kind of stressed out because of this drama that we were discussing earlier, and so he's kind of what's the word? It's an outpour. It's a mixed feelings sort of energy, and yes, but he is sending out. Neptune is the ruler of this card, being Virgo Pisces axis. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, I believe. Or is it the moon? No, Cancer is ruled by the moon. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. And in olden times, Pisces was also ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the ancient ruler of Pisces, so we're getting like Sagittarius energies. I'm finally getting the scent from this candle. The orange is kind of showing. I don't really smell the spruce quite yet, but lovely candle. I've never really had a candle aroma. I guess it's all aromatherapy, but this is specifically marketed as aromatherapy, so I am getting a very healing energy. Quasi-medicinal materials we have here. Kind of matches this card. That's why I was like, oh, I'm gonna do the mystical Lenormand because I have this sort of energy. I have this color right here. So correspondences in life are very interesting, aren't they? What do you say we take one more card? This is getting quite long though. Should we cut it off there? Should I take a tarot? This is the hibiscus, Burt's Bees. My lips are feeling a little dry. We're gonna try this. Oh, it's really pretty. Hibiscus has that like red brick color, I believe. Oh my gosh, it's very tinted. Burt's Bees, I didn't know you guys were on the makeup. Makeup hustle. I mean, it's very makeup energy, but it's not really like that. It's like a lip balm anyway, so I suppose we'll leave it at that. Unless we have something else we can pull. Something is catching my attention, but I'm not sure if I want to go to the dark side. Oh, I didn't even get to the subject of what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Persephone and Hades and the underworld and the whole like myth of the river Styx and all that stuff, and like the Scorpio gate into the underworld, and like I didn't even get to talk about that, and maybe I should do a little bit more study over it before I present my ideas, but it was something that occurred to me when I was talking about deception and the god of the underworld, or Hades, and like ego death, and like what else, like I was talking about the devil, and it gets complicated and tricky because I'm looking at different sort of traditions, but it's all the same principle. The shadow life, what you do in the shadows, the shadow of the mind, the dark side. I always thought the phrase dark side of the moon was interesting because moon is already dark side, and so the dark side of the moon, it's kind of like if the moon is the subconscious, the underworld, and so is the dark side of the moon like the unconscious, perhaps, and that it's really invisible, right? So I'm thinking, like, what is as a woman, I kind of live on the moon, like I'm kind of all women reside on the moon in a way because just our nature. So I've always been attracted to the idea of the sublunary sphere, which is basically the world below the moon. So basically, if you're moon centered, then the earth is sort of like below, and it's very interesting. Like on the moon, like it's a whole different world. So it's like whole different laws and logics and rationality. Like a lunar conscious, like a lunar mind is like totally different than like a earthly geometric mind. Much more, a geometric mind refers to a cognitive style characterized by the ability to reason with shapes, spatial relationships, geometric principles, which can be applied to creative problem solving and abstract thinking. Geometry has always been a challenge for me. I mean, I can read a map, but I'm very challenged by sublunar energies. the lunar mind is something I need to think about a little bit more, because I think it's kind of my own construction, or my own sort of I don't think a lot of people know about this. Yes, people think about like the solar conscious mind a lot, as opposed to the earthly matters, like, and like there's a sort of interplay between like the world and the solar, and the lunar is much more about, this is the night sea journey. Just looking at stuff online. So, dream analysis, Jung. I'm a huge Jungian. I don't think a lot of people have been talking about this. Maybe I'm being, dream interpretation is a huge thing in Eastern religions and philosophies and psychophilosophy. And it's not just a form of divination. It's actually not divination at all. It's more of a psychological practice. It's more of a healing modality, like unpacking your dreams. And I suppose that we should end there, because I've gone over an hour and I need to do a little bit more research on this, because I have never talked about dream analysis before on my channel. Maybe you've mentioned it, but I can't recall if I have. But it's something I am familiar with, and something that I practice, and it is extremely sensitive, it is extremely powerful, and the dreams offer very rich fields for analysis, and so I want to explore this a little bit more, if you will allow me, but I have so much on my plate already. So let me know if that's something you're interested in, and I'm probably going to do the research anyways, but I will, I always just discuss what seems pertinent at the time being, so I will get back to you soon.